Hello everyone, welcome to Uncle Iroh's Tea Shop. For today's Avatar video, we are going to be talking about some new Netflix live-action Avatar news regarding casting calls for certain side characters in the show. Those characters are Feng, Ursa, and the Earth King Kui. As I say every time, sit back, relax, and enjoy some jasmine tea as we run through the video. So yeah, those side characters have been officially announced to be coming to the show for the second season of the live-action adaptation. This news comes from my friend Caleb Williams at Night Edge Media. He's the main guy out there that reports on all Avatar news, no matter if it's the Netflix stuff or if it's for Avatar Studios. He reported yesterday that the Season 2 casting call has been confirmed for the characters of Ursa, Feng, and the Earth King. Now, firstly, before we get into the actual characters themselves, I just want to say, the actual confirmation that these three characters are in the show makes me very happy, because everyone here who has seen Book 2 of the original cartoon knows that all three play pivotal roles in the storyline of many different things. Even though they are side characters amongst our main gang, practically, in my opinion, mostly every side character is vital in some degree. Not all of them are, but these three specifically definitely are. It was also announced in this report that there are new characters coming to the adaptation named General Song, General Tran, and then a character named Bonesaw. As Caleb's article mentions at the very end, he believes that both generals are probably going to be a part of the Council of Five in Ba Sing Se. The scene of them getting captured by the Dai Li is probably where we will see them, but they might have a bigger inclusion than just that. Now, the character of Bonesaw is interesting to me because, as the article says, it's probably an Earth Kingdom fighter in the underground fight club where we first meet Toph, and if anybody recognizes the name Bonesaw just based off that description alone, you probably know where I'm about to go next with this. Yep, you got that right. I think there was somebody in the making on this show that may have gotten a little too inspired by a certain Spider-Man movie that features a character named Bonesaw who also just happens to be an underground wrestler and fighter. I mean, listen, if we are getting that meta, then we might as well go and cast The Rock as the Boulder. Obviously, that's a very funny meme and joke within the Avatar community since the original cartoon came out, but honestly, I'd be down to see him just show up for one scene if that's all we see that character for. But anyways, with that now out of the way, we have to go and talk about the big stuff around the other side characters. So let's start off with Ursa. Like I already said, this is a big character that I think needs to be in the show, and as Caleb points out in his article, it would be very interesting if the show integrated her backstory from the comics into the live-action adaptation. For those who don't know this already, Season 1 of the Netflix adaptation actually already kind of did this from a certain comic that could actually be the same one they used for Season 2. It is a comic called The Search, and coincidentally, it is the very comic that I just recently read for the first time and reviewed on the channel, so definitely go and check that video out. It gives her backstory, as I said, and I won't give anything away, but there are some details that could make the story a little bit more emotional for a live-action adaptation if they explore it. So definitely go and read the actual comic itself. I definitely recommend. Ursa being Zuko's mom again is the most important aspect of it all, and I really hope that the show is able to nail down her connection from a mother and son relationship. Next up, we have another interesting side character, but one that I think is important with regards to the storyline behind the Dai Li, Ba Sing Se, and his influence on the gang with how they were meant to be there in the first place, which was to warn the Earth King about the Fire Nation. I think that the show is going to have a very tough task at recasting the character based off the fact that the voice actor is Clancy Brown, and so they'll need someone new here. Clancy Brown has a very recognizable and awesome voice, and so whatever actor they get, I'm hoping they can do their best to replicate it in some way, because I do like this character, and I think in the cartoon, his role was really amplified by the kind of person he was as a villain. Then finally, we have the Earth King himself, who doesn't have a huge role in the original cartoon as other side characters do, but again, he is an important character that needs to be there, so I'll be very curious to see who they cast for this one. Caleb on his Twitter, I think jokingly but also seriously at the same time, thought that Ke Huy Quan was a good choice for the role, as someone who in his comment section replied with it as a suggestion. I would not mind seeing Quan in that role, and I think he would kill it, so honestly, let's make that happen. He's one of the most likable actors currently in the film industry right now, and I think a lot of people, whether they are Avatar fans or not, would be excited to see him play that character. Apologies if the audio sounds off here. I am recording this in the editing portion of the video because I forgot to mention it earlier. One last thing I wanted to show you all is a bit of a fun side thing that was posted on the official Avatar Instagram, and this was it. There is going to be a Last Airbender in-concert world tour kicking off in the US, going through a lot of major cities. You can get your tickets now as it runs through into next year. Out of all these cities on this list, are you in close proximity to any of them, and will you go? Let me know. Other than that though, there's not much else to really report here for this. This is the news of the day for the Netflix adaptation. Again, the main gist of this news that makes me happy is that these characters will be showing up, and so I'll be curious to see the actors that they get to play these roles. What do you all think about this news, and who would you cast as these characters? Let me know down below in the comments. If you did enjoy the video and you want to see more like it, be sure to give it a like, and if you are new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell to be updated for when I post again. My fellow benders of all four nations, thank you all for stopping by Uncle Iroh's tea shop. On your way out, be sure to let him know how much you appreciated his jasmine tea and his words of wisdom that come with it. I hope everyone here has a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you all soon for more Avatar.